Thank you. Hello. So I would like to start by talking about the problem, which is depression and other mental health conditions. So this is clearly a big problem. It's very pervasive. According to the World Health Organization, depression is one of the leading causes of disability worldwide. And in the United States alone, there are millions of people suffering from various mental health conditions. And so this is a problem. It's a big problem. But there are approaches. So there's therapy, there's medication that can treat these conditions. But these therapies are very inaccessible. They're expensive, and they don't necessarily collect a lot of data, so it's hard to personalize them to the individual. But recently, there's been a lot of new technologies that have come out of computing. We have things like mobile phones, we have social networks, we have smart devices. And so my research broadly focuses on how these new technologies can be used to improve mental health care. And the project that I'm going to talk about today is obviously narrower than the scope, and it's specifically looking at how we can improve talk therapy. And so currently how this is done is kind of one of two approaches. You go and you talk to a professional, and they assess how you're doing, and you see them infrequently, maybe once a week. So to get more data on an individual, you might ask them to journal their mood, and this is done manually. And so obviously this is very unrealistic for a long period of time, and these disorders are over the span of your lifetime. So what we'd like to do is do this automatically. And to do that, we're going to turn to smartphones. They know a lot about us. They're pervasive. Everybody has them. They're personal, and we can get a lot of behavior. This is my phone, and it knows I'm a crazy cat lady. But the idea is we want to get more data from the phones that can tell us how an individual is doing, and then we can use this technology to do things like improve interventions, to evaluate different interventions, and to learn more about individuals' disorders. So the very narrow question I'm going to try to make you excited about my work with is this simple question: can we monitor daily well-being with activity? Now, you'd think yes, because everybody knows that this is a well-established connection of activity with well-being, and everybody has these Fitbits, but actually we don't know whether it's something like a smartphone can track that, can track you well enough to know how you're doing. It's not on the body, so is this a reasonable device? And that's useful because wearables, people stop wearing. So if we could do this, tracking with a smartphone would be very useful. So this is what our pipeline looks like. I know you're really sad, but I'm not going to go through every box. The high level is we did a user study on Berkeley campus. We got individuals to track their well-being, and we took data from their smartphones. And I'm just going to tell you what happened for this project. So we found models are able to improve predictions for well-being. We found that the relationship of mood and energy is related to well-being and coarse measures of sleep. So we're able to reproduce this with a fairly coarse measure. And then we're able to get some improvement over baselines for prediction of individuals' well-being. Obviously, there's limitations to this study. But the benefits, to recap, are that this is a great way to do it because it's potentially higher privacy than something like a GPS device, which people are looking to, and potentially more accessible because something like GPS is, if you go into a tunnel, it's not accessible. So I'd love to tell you more about my work. Please come see me if you'd like to know more.